Hey everyone, it's kind of dark in here because I don't have my light with me today. But yeah, anyway, I finished watching the next episode of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue Web War. This is a pretty good one, and it was kind of a pleasant surprise because I kept thinking the next episode was in the limelight, which is not an episode I like a whole lot. So this one, it starts off with, oh, and this is a weird thing. It starts off with Carter is out with Dr. Fairweather and some of the Lightspeed scientists. They're testing out the trans armor cycle, and I was thinking it's almost the end of the season. It's kind of late to be like getting new gear for the show, and like at the end, it turns out to be a battleizer, which they do usually come later in the show, or usually. But still, it just feels weird to be introducing new tech and gear this late into the show. Like, this is the point where stuff is usually getting, like, destroyed. I don't know. So anyway, they have some bugs to work out with the thing. Theme song plays, then we cut to, I think we go straight to the bad guys. I don't have my notes with me, so I can't remember exactly. Anyway, we go to the bad guys. Diabolico is looking for Jinxer. He wants a new monster. Then we cut to Jinxer is still in that cave taking care of Olympius. Olympius wants to get back out into battle, and that's the last we see of them. They don't show up through the rest of the episode, which is kind of weird. But anyway, back to the other bad guys. There's a spider monster, Arachnor, I think is its name, and I think it's a she. I don't know. It has a bunch of baby spider eggs with it, so I don't know. And it keeps calling them my babies, so maybe it's a she. Who knows? So yeah, Diabolico tells the Arachnor monster to go fight the Rangers, and I'm trying to remember what's going on. I keep thinking that the Rangers were doing something else with the trans armor cycles. Whatever. Uh, oh wait, no, now I remember. Carter is with Fairweather. They're testing out the trans armor cycle, and the other Rangers go to fight Arachnor. Arachnor catches all the other Rangers. Carter shows up too late. He can't find the Rangers, so he's gonna go back to the Aqua Base. But Arachnor has another ability. It shrinks into like a little normal-looking spider and is on Carter's jacket. So Carter goes down to the Aqua Base. The spider jumps off his jacket, turns back into Arachnor, and starts capturing all the crew and all the scientists on the Aqua Base. And it's a really cool couple of scenes where Arachnor is like on the ceiling, and it's really obvious they just had a camera upside down while the guy like just walked around in the suit. But it's a cool effect. It's cheesy and it's obviously fake, but it works. It's effective in its context, whatever. It captures just about everybody. Carter's the last one left, but Dr. Fairweather tosses him a key card to use the trans armor cycle. The trans armor cycle she thinks works now. So then Carter gets on the cycle. He's driving to find Arachnor and the Rangers and the other captured people, and we get a return of Vipra's stupid little go kart. Viprari, I think is what she called it. So that's awesome that we get to see her dumb go kart again. And then, oh yeah, there's a couple of weird bits here. Carter is driving down the road, and I just noticed my nose is really shiny for some reason. It's like the only part of my face picking up light when I'm like this. Whatever. Anyway, back to the show. Carter's driving down the road, and there's some guy who's nowhere near him. He's like way over here, who like skids to the side and then yells at Carter. I don't know why. Like, I guess maybe Carter cut him off? But he's going this way, and this guy was going that way. And Carter's already, like, past him. Not that he was near him at all anyway. Whatever. Some Batlings jump the guy, kick him out of his own car, and they chase Carter in the car. And there's other Batlings, they hijack a truck. And so, yeah, Batlings can drive just fine. I guess by instinct, they know how to drive. Or maybe they took lessons or something. Anyway, oh, and there's a cool part where, let's see, there's this big, like, Mad Max chase battle with the vehicles. That's really neat. And, let's see, the Batlings crash the cars, and Carter manages to blow up Vipra's go-kart. That's pretty weird. And it made me think about how usually at this point in different Power Ranger seasons, usually it's the Rangers getting their tech and their Zords and their gear destroyed. Like at last season in Lost Galaxy, Mike's Magna Defender. Crap, what's that? What was the Magna Defender morpher called? I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, it gets fried. It's damaged. They lose a couple of the Megazords. And let's see, same thing with like In Space and Turbo especially. Oh, and in Mighty Morphin, it was usually like, or in Mighty Morphin, it was like the premiere of season 2 and season 3 where the Zords got destroyed. But anyway, yeah, usually it's the Rangers losing stuff at this point, not the bad guys. So that's kind of a unique thing. I thought that was kind of cool that it's like Vipra brings back that go-kart only to lose it, but it is kind of a unique usage of it, utilization of that particular element. So anyway, uh, um, oh yeah, Carter, he finds Arachnor, he frees the Rangers from this big web that they're uh, hanging from up in the ceiling. I remember there was an interview with Allison McInnes, Dana the Pink Ranger, about this, and she was talking about being stuck up in the web or something, and it was really weird. So anyway, Carter is fighting with Arachnor. Let's see, oh yeah, the trans armor cycle turns into armor. Oh, I just realized that's where the name comes from. Transform armor. I can't believe I didn't pick up on that before. I feel kind of stupid. Anyway, the armor is actually pretty cool looking. I usually don't care for the look of the battleizers. Sometimes they look really silly, or they don't really seem to match the theme. Like again, going back to Lost Galaxy, the battleizer in Lost Galaxy didn't really fit. It looked too technological, but the source was magic. It was like this guy had these magic thingama-whatevers he put together, and that would create the armor. So you'd expect something like more fantasy looking, but it was like very techy looking. It was all like metal. It looked like machine gun turrets, and it didn't really fit. And then in space, the battleizer just looks silly, especially with the like, big purple thing that flips over Andros's head. Although I still want to get a toy of that. If they do a toy of the battleizer in the Lightning Collection, I'm totally buying it. So anyway, in Lightspeed, the Mega Battles earlier in the series, they looked okay. They were kind of silly looking, kind of clunky looking. Oh, and there's a weird part here where there's like a fake out with the Mega Battles. Um, was the first? I think it was the first fight with the Rangers and Arachnor. Kelsey and Dana are knocked to the ground, and then Chad and Joel, the only guy Rangers there, are like, "Come on, let's activate our Mega Battles." Get it? Because they're the only ones who have them. The girls don't have Mega Battles because, I don't know. Presumably, they probably could activate their own Mega Battles. They just, for whatever reason, we never see them using it. That'd be a cool thing to do in the comics. Have Rangers who never got to use certain power-ups, they get them in like, whatever. Back to the actual episode. Oh yeah, Carter, with the new Battleizer, just easily defeats Arachnor. Just and we get a really cool thing where like he fires the missiles. There's a really and it's jumping at him. Arachnor jumps at Carter, and Carter boom, and then there's a big boom, and then there's like this streak of like lightning or something that shoots by Carter, and every time it like makes contact with the ground, there's an explosion. So even though he blew up Arachnor in front of him, he still gets this big like cool background explosion. It was a really cool scene. Um, and then, let's see, so Arachnor's defeated, Banshira's yelling at the bad guys, "You're all failures," and then we cut to the Rangers, they're out testing the cycle again, whatever, and, there's a rubber spider that falls off the top of a tent they're under, and Carter's making fun of them, "Huh, you're scared of spiders," and then Joel, like, sticks a rubber spider on Joel, or on Carter, and Car's like, ugh, and they're like, ha ha, at the end. And so yeah, this is a really good episode. Not particularly amazing with its plot or anything. It's just a pretty standard episode. There's a monster of the day. It has a unique ability. The Rangers find a way to overcome the monster's ability, blowing it up. But yeah, it was a fun episode. I liked it. It's definitely better than what's coming up next. I don't like the next one at all. And let's see. Oh, I went to Ranger Wiki, and there was a couple interesting things. There was apparently like a vehicles expert who went on there because in the trivia, it says like the Trans Armor Cycle at the beginning of the episode makes a noise that it shouldn't be making. The noise it makes is like a noise a different type of motorcycle makes. All right, and then also what was it? Oh yeah, they said like the names of the cars and the year that the cars the Batlings stole later. I thought that was a really funny thing that somebody actually took the time to like they actually knew specifically what kind of cars those were, because I can't tell one car from another. I know car, van, truck, and that's about it. I'm like colorblind when it comes to like the names of cars. Like some people know exactly like what to call cars, and I mean, I don't know. I guess I can tell like every different kind of Sentai and Power Ranger. So, like, yeah, like, I can. Whoop, there's in space, and whoop, there's a Ninja Steel Ranger. So, let's see. What was I thinking? There was something I was thinking of saying. Okay, now I remember. The other thing on Ranger Wiki that was kind of weird was it said that there's a scene in Ninja Storm that references the scene here where the Rangers are pranking each other with the fake spiders. Okay, what? Why Ninja Storm? Like, and the fake spider thing, that was a gag way back in Mighty Morphin also, where, what was it? Zach was talking to the Rangers about how I'm not really that scared of spiders anymore, and Tommy's like, oh, that's real good, bro, because there's a really big one right on your back, and he puts, like, a fake spider on him, and, remember that? So, if anything, this is, the Lightspeed episode is maybe a reference to Mighty Morphin, or actually more likely the Ninja Storm episode, scene where that happened, the bad guys are pranking each other with spiders. If it was a reference, it was most likely a reference to Mighty Morphin, not Lightspeed. And this isn't like a unique thing to Power Rangers. I've seen like the rubber spider gags in tons of other things. Like the first thing that came to my mind was Friday the 13th Part 5, where Reggie has the spider pop down in front of Tommy, and he goes, "What's the matter, you scared of spiders?" And then Tommy just looks at him. "You scared of rubber spiders? You scared of rubber spiders on a string?" That was the first thing I thought of with the spider gags. So, anyway, it's just a really common trope. I know I've seen it in a bunch of other movies where there's like, or rubber bugs, whatever. So, yeah, good episode. I liked it. Not looking forward to the next one, but the rest are all good. The rest of Lightspeed's all good. It's only that one episode in the limelight that I really don't like. So, but I don't know. At least I'll have stuff to talk about, maybe? I don't know. I haven't rewatched that one in a long time. Like, see, when I was a kid, I didn't like the episode, so I never, like, watched it. I never had it taped or anything. When I got the DVDs, let's see, I think I watched it once or twice, and then never again. So I haven't watched it, like, since I first watched through the Lightspeed DVDs for the first time. So I don't know, maybe I'll like it now. Probably not, but who knows. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. See ya.